Hey my loves, welcome back to another episode of the Year of Cooking Connect. Guys, thanks for spending a part of your day with me, appreciate it. Guys, on today's segment of Memories of Macedonia, we're going to be making something called Kozinjak. And what that is a Macedonian sweet bread. Now, it's more traditionally served around the Orthodox Easter, but hey, you can make this any time of the year. It's delicious, it's a lovely soft yeast bread, and you're going to love it any time of the year. So guys, let's get in the kitchen and make this beautiful Macedonian sweet bread. Haydi. Hey guys, welcome to the kitchen countertop. All of the amounts and the ingredients I'm using today will be below in the description bar. Just click show more. What I have in here is some warm milk, to which I've added 2 sachets of yeast, instant yeast, and I'm going to add, I've added a half a teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of flour. Going to give this a mix. And we're going to set this aside and let it bloom and bubble, and that'll take about 10 minutes or so. So we'll set this aside. So while our yeast is blooming, I have 3 eggs, which I'm going to crack. Okay, let's give this a whisk, breaking up the yolks. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some more milk, sugar, some oil, couple of teaspoons of vanilla. I'm going to eyeball it. Oh, it smells good. Going to give this a whisk. And then I want to add about 1.5 teaspoons or so of lemon rind. About a half a lemon, let's say. It's up to you guys, you can add more or less. It gives a nice fresh flavor to the bread, so you know, you can be the judge on that. Alright. Great. I'll give this a mix and we'll set this aside. Okay guys, in my bowl here I have my flour with just a little pinch of salt. I'm going to make a well in the center here. Like so. And I'm going to go ahead and add our yeast mixture, which is really gotten nice and frothy. So in that goes. I want all of it. And as well as our egg and milk sugar mixture. And then I'm just going to start working the flour in, slowly going around the edges. to pull it all in. See that? Keep working the flour into the wet until it's all incorporated. And then you can start mixing it together. You're going to start off with a very, very wet dough, guys. Again, depending on your flour, your altitude, your weather, you may need to add more flour, okay? So bear that in mind. Smells lovely and sweet. I'm going to add a little bit of flour as I need. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep pulling this together until I can get it all together so I can work it with my hands. And when that happens, I'll bring you right back. So guys, I'm kneading the dough in the bowl until it becomes very soft and elastic. It may be a little sticky, but it bounces back when I poke it. So what you want to do now is cover this with a little dusting of flour. And we're going to cover this with some plastic wrap and let it rest just for 5 minutes. Why 5 minutes? When gluten relaxes, the better it is to work. So we want that dough to be stretchy and the gluten to relax. I'm going to let the gluten relax for 5 minutes and we'll go back to kneading. Okay guys, I've just let my dough rest for just simply 5 minutes. And already you can see the difference. The gluten is relaxed more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lightly flour my board. And I'm going to knead our dough for about 5 minutes. It's gotten a little more sticky, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and knead this for another 5 minutes until very soft and elastic, and then I'll bring you back then. Alright guys, my flour or dough rather, is really nice and soft and supple. And I'm going to just give it a couple more kneads. Form it into a ball using my hands like this underneath to pinch it. When I press down on it, it bounces back. So, I have my bowl here. I'm going to give it a light, just a very little bit of oil. Light covering. It's the same bowl, guys. I'm going to put my dough in there, turn it over once. I'm going to cover this now, and I'm going to let it rest anywhere between an hour to an hour and a half until it doubles. See you then. Okay, guys. I let my dough rise for only an hour, and look at that. So I'm going to punch down my dough to release the trapped air. And I'm going to turn it out onto a lightly floured board again. It's lovely and soft. I'm going to give this a couple of kneads. Now, this is the point, guys. If you want, you can add raisins. And you will knead it for another 5 minutes to incorporate the raisins. But I don't want to add raisins, guys. I prefer my sweetbread without it, but it's up to you. If you want to add raisins, go ahead. Soft and supple. Very nice. So at this point, as you can see, it's very nice and supple, soft, stretchy. Put it back in your bowl. Coat it with the oil again. And let this rise for anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes. You don't have to let it rise fully again. Just another 15 to 30 minutes. And I'll see you back. Okay guys, I let my dough rest for about 15-20 minutes or so. It's, as you can see, risen beautifully once more. So I'm going to take this out of my bowl. Just punch it down a bit. Try to make it even. And I'm going to cut this into 3 equal parts as best I can. 1, 2, and 3. What you're going to want to do now is set a couple aside, and we're going to roll this out into a rope. About, excuse me, about, let's say, 12, about 15 inches long each. And repeat with the second one. If you have too much dough in one, you can take it out, guys, and add it to the other one. That's fine. You want them as even as you can, but they don't have to be completely perfect either. So I'm going to continue with the third one, and I'll show you what I do when all 3 are rolled out. Alright guys, I have my 3 strips of dough rolled out, and what we're going to want to do is plate this, or braid it simply. So put your 3 ends together, and then you're going to braid. Like so. And then just tuck, pinch the ends, and tuck under. So pinch the ends, shush, and tuck under. And then we're ready to place this on a cookie sheet or baking tray or in a pan. I'll show you what I'm going to do, guys. So guys, I'm using a clay pot here because I don't have a baking tray big enough. You can put this on like a flat baking tray or a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper and grease. So I've crumpled up parchment paper. I put it in my pan here, and I've lightly coated it with some oil. And of course, I'm just going to now gently place my braided dough inside. Hopefully I'm going to show you. Just gently place it in. Like so. To make sure it's centered as much as I can. There we go. Bring you up closer so you can see that. So now we're going to cover this again, and we're going to let it rise for its last proofing for about 30 minutes, and I'll bring you back then. Okay guys, so our Kozinjak has been proofing for 30 minutes. There's the big reveal. Beautiful. So what I have here, guys, is an egg wash. It's simply one egg with a dash of milk. You can use water as well. And what you want to do now is gently brush your bread with this. Don't be rough because it's very soft. And this is going to give it a nice golden color. I'm going to go ahead and brush all of the bread with this egg wash. Gently as I can. I don't want to deflate our bread. Hope you guys saw that. A bit too much there. Get it on the sides. I have my oven preheated to 200 Celsius in the meantime. Now what I have here are some sesame seeds, which I'm going to generously sprinkle on top. I'm going to place this in my oven, as I said, at 200 Celsius, uncovered, for about 10 minutes until it gets golden. Now all ovens vary, guys. It could be 10, it could be more, it could be less. Keep an eye on it. And after the 10-minute mark, I'm going to take it out and cover it with some tin foil. And I'm going to continue to bake it at a lower temperature, around 150, until it's nice and set. And then for the last 10 minutes, what I'll do is I'll uncover the tin foil and bake until dark and golden. And when you top it, it's hollow sounding. So in the oven this goes. And I'll see you back when this is all done. Okay guys, as you can see, in 10 minutes, I'm getting some nice brown color. Okay, so keep your Kozinjak on the lowest rack of your oven. And I'm now going to cover this with tin foil. I'm going to place it back in the oven. And I'm going to lower the temperature to 150 Celsius for about 15 minutes. Then I will lower it again. And then at the last 10 minutes, as I said, I will remove the tin foil. All in all, it should be about 40 to 45 minutes cooking time, guys. But again, your oven may vary. So back in she goes. Hey guys, our Kozinjak is out of the oven. It's beautiful and golden brown and dark and lovely. I'm going to let it cool down just a little bit, and I'll pull it out of the dish with the parchment paper, and I'll show you what I do next. Alright guys, my Kozinjak is out of the oven. Doesn't it look beautiful? So now what I'm going to do is I have some melted butter here, and I'm going to gently butter the top to give it a nice shiny look. The bread should be soft and not very crusty. So what I'm going to do is after I coat this with the butter, I'm going to cover it so it'll remain soft. Gives it a nice shiny sheen, as you can see. Gorgeous. Alright guys, I'm going to cover this and it's ready to eat. Alright guys, I want to cut a piece of our Kozinjak here. Oh, so soft. Still a bit warm. Just want you to see. Oh, look at that pull. That is good. Slightly sweet. Perfect. Look at how soft. Guys, you need to make this. If you want to add raisins, add raisins. But this is perfect with some milk, coffee, tea, yogurt drink. Look how soft. Perfect. Guys, I want to thank you for watching this segment of Memories of Macedonia here with the Euro Cooking Canuck. Please like the video, share, comment, love all your comments. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. Hit that bell. You'll get all my notifications when I upload a new video. There'll be a couple of pics to follow. And guys, until we meet again, be good to yourself and to each other, especially now. Please be safe, be healthy, follow noble. Thank you very much. Ajde prijatno, ajde, ciao.